So I'm going to be taking a look at the Bestiary Box for the Pathfinder role-playing game. This is from Paizo Publishing. And this is basically tokens that you can use to represent your monsters on the tabletop. And it's supposed to have more than 250 distinct creature images, so they've actually got 256 listed here. You can kind of see, better look at it. From here, you get about 1 to 34 small, from 35 to 137 medium creatures, from 138 to 231 is large creatures, and huge creatures are from 232 to 256. So I had previously done an unboxing on the they call these pawns in the vernacular for Paizo. That's their branding for the product. And I had bought the Rise of the Rune Lords pawn collection. It did not come with any stands, and it just basically didn't even come with a box. I think it was about 6 to 8 sheets of tokens that were themed more for the Rise of the Rune Lords Adventure Path. So I had said that I would get this may be the only place you can get the tokens. I don't know if they sell them separately, but I had said that eventually I would be getting this. At least an access. So this looks like the huge base, so I would at least have access to these bases. You can see the cardboard just kind of slides down in it. Looks like we have a large base. Looks like you get about 5 huge bases, about 10 large bases, and 20 of the medium/small bases. You can see they you can see how they kind of have a little alternating teeth in there to help hold the card. I'll show how those hold in just a minute. Get them out of the way. I'll leave one piece down here. So these come on the same kind of sheet that the Rise of the Rune Lords did. Of course, this was put out for Rise of the Rune Lords. And let's see. Like you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to get 16 sheets. And you're going to have some duplicates on here. But we'll go through some of it. So you get a centipede, a dark stalker, various demons and devils. You can get an angel there. They're the same on both sides. And it's the same thing as I showed in the Rise of the Rune Lords Adventure Path. Like you have the Moor Devil here, a Lemur Devil. And they're numbered, it's number 61, but you have a purple, a red, and a blue version. So if you had them all on the tabletop at the same time, you could distinguish which was which. Have some more stuff here. You have a planetary angel, some giant crabs, some boggards, just about 3 of those. Some bugbears. Looks like you know, some giant ants, some hound archons. I'll probably only take a look at the big ones since there's so many of them. We have an Ankeg here. Like a fire elemental. You know, looks like you have a ice golem. A wood golem. Same thing, just continues on. You have a diary, so you can kind of see how. Take a look at how one of them fits in the stand here. You can see it's the same on each side. Just push them in. Takes a little bit of pressure. Holds in there fairly firm. I don't know how it would stand up to a lot of abuse, but it pushes in there without folding too much. You can kind of see it puts a little indent in the card. You have some Morlocks, some merfolk, mummies, some of the more common stuff like Hobgoblin here, you have 3 of those. Some of the more unique creatures you're only getting 1 of, like a Medusa here. But like I said, you'll get 3 Hobgoblins or a couple of Hellhounds. So almost based on the rarity that you'll be playing them in the game. Doesn't look like you get more than 3 of any particular creature. You have a Gorilla there. So we have a Centaur, a Chimera, a Leland, Assassin Vine, Varghest, a Chul, a Marilith. So it's a nice alternative to you know, buying or painting your own miniatures, which I like miniatures just as much as anybody else, but rarely do I ever spend any time painting them. It seems to be the last thing on the list when it comes to hobbying and gaming. But I like the pre-paints fine. They are expensive though. So this, other than just using substitute miniatures, this kind of gives you a more thematic, you know, help you keep you in the game rather than maybe focusing on trying to get things together that kind of look like it, or just having random stuff on the game board that just doesn't quite size up. It's always nice to have a what's the word I'm looking for? A more accurate illustration of the monster you're fighting. Can help keep you in the spirit of the game more than just in the mechanics, maybe. You can see there's a lot of giants on this one, gelatinous cubes, some larger elementals. The previous sheet had some dragons on it. So I would continue on. You got some more giants, some minotaurs, some fiends, some flesh golem, a Girlan. So again, these are all large creatures. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. About 15 large creatures on a sheet. Here we have some ropers and wyverns, sharks. Get into the huge creatures. Here we have a Behir. I know as far as pre-paint goes, that is a very expensive model to try to get on the secondary market. I only know of one, and that's through the Wizards of the Coast Dungeons and Dragons line. Black Pudding. You hardly ever find a huge ooze model. You have an Aboleth, a Bebeleth. I do have a bunch of Reaper models on the way after with their Kickstarter, so that's nice. But even in the regular miniatures that you paint, there's a lot of gaps in a lot of these things. There's just so many creatures you could use. We have a giant fly trap, so that could be a giant. Could stand in for any kind of giant plant type creature. You have a dragon turtle and a couple other dragons. An Alfashi, some more dragons, a Globberzu. Now they make this model. This model is really nice from Paizo in their pre-paint miniatures. They tend to get a little more time put into them when they're the huge or gargantuan or large models, I believe. The smaller ones are just kind of generic. Have a Froghemoth, a couple of Titan-sized giants, a Hydra, or a Moraz. So we have a giant slug, a Shoggoth, retriever, a giant squid, Trent. So you do get a few of those things in there. Like I said, you hardly ever find a good miniature for an ooze, or some of those large tentacle beasts, or some of the underwater creatures. Seems to be a real gap in the pre-paint models. I really haven't researched a lot in just regular miniature lines, whether they exist. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of miniatures from the Reaper Kickstarter, and they do have a Cthulhu miniature in there that would probably work as a good stand-in for any kind of tentacled beast. I just don't know what the scale on that is. But that is everything that comes in the Pathfinder Bestiary Box.